Now that some of the fury is out of the way, I'm going to do something E3 related. E3 is coming soon, and Nintendo's skipping PAX East this year. Who knows what they have? So here, I'm going to count down the 10 games I think Nintendo's been hiding from us. So now, you're not going to see any games that are related to Smash, that X game, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, Yarn Yoshi, that weird game, and also Sonic Boom. Anyway, let's start. But first, I just want to mention that I will be allowing third-party ideas such as Sonic, a new Okami game, and maybe even more. Mario Sunshine is one of my favorite games of all time, so I, like many other people, want a Mario Sunshine too. Now for story ideas, I have one of them goes like this. A lot of poop goes over Adolfino, and since Mario cleaned it last time, they asked him to clean it again. While he's doing that, Bowser Jr. kidnaps Peach, and Mario saves her while he's cleaning the island. Now, I have an idea that I heard someone else say, but I agree with completely. There should be other characters you could play as, and they have different variations of FLUDD. For example, Luigi could maybe get the rocket nozzle, and maybe a new Poltergust-like nozzle. How about that? And maybe you can play as Shadow Mario, and he gets the Turbo Nozzle, and maybe a brand new paint nozzle, where he could just splatter a bunch of paint with blood, or maybe just water that enemies or other people want us can go trip on, and then later in another mission, Mario has to save them. That would be a really cool idea. That's right. Also, people, including myself, were disappointed how there weren't too many levels of creation. Sure, there were a few levels, but most of them weren't too long. So if they make this game, because I think they've been hiding it from us, I want Yoshi playable. I just want it. Please do it. I'm sorry to say this to fans of Paper Mario Sticker Star, but people were disappointed with it. I liked the game, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I really want a Paper Mario game that is like Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, because that is my 5th favorite game of all time. So, because of this, I think Nintendo or Intelligent Systems have been hiding a Paper Mario game on the Wii U for a while now. Well, do you want to know why I think it's for the Wii U? Well, because we already have a Mario RPG and Paper Mario on the 3DS. So, if they make a new one, it's probably going to be on the Wii U. But, Now, I do not care at all what the story is, as long as either the Xnox, Dimentio, or Count Bleck return. Also, I want partners to come back. And I also hope the humor is hilarious, like in Super Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door. Those were two of the funniest games in my opinion. It can even have a crossover with maybe the Mario and Luigi series, and I mentioned Fawful or Cat Letta. There could be so many more ideas. Mega Man and Smash 4 has lots of things happening. And Nintendo has been nicer to Mega Man more than Capcom in a few years. And because of Nintendo being nicer to Mega Man, I think, and along with many other people, have been thinking that Nintendo will buy the rights to the Mega Man IP, or Capcom will sell it to them. If they do, I think they show off a game. And I think Capcom has already done it, but they wanted to keep it secret for E3. Because Nintendo is very secretive. So, because of this, if there's a game I want them to make, I think it should be Mega Man X9. Now, I hope Zero is back, even though he died in the Mega Man Zero games. Now the only problem that would take Nintendo is that Nintendo probably would have posted that Mega Man was sold to them or they got it. So it's definitely the least likely it is. I still really want to have it. But if maybe Capcom and Nintendo might be competing on that. Sonic Generations has been on the PS3, Xbox 360, and 3DS. While I love the 3DS, the other versions were longer and had more things to do. And because of this, I really want Generations to be on the Wii U. Please say that, do it. Now if it does, I hope they add more levels, such as Westopolis, Alaska, Bingo Highway, and maybe even bosses such as Rattle Overlord and the Mega List. This idea will come up in a later list, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. Same thing with number 1, it will come up in the later list. So let's go on to the Metroid fans have been wanting a lot more after Other M. While I have different opinions on that game compared to other people, I liked Prime 3 more. So how about Prime 4? That's a good. I have an idea for the story. The space pirates try to bring back Dark Samus to defeat Samus. Yeah, that's it. Sorry if you don't like that one, but it's my idea. You can have your own. I hope the gameplay is the same. Retro makes it, they remove the ability losses, and this game could be a great excuse to put Ridley in Smash 4. And I also think they've been doing it, because we haven't seen a Metroid game since Other M, and that was a while ago. So, can it happen, please? I'll talk about my thoughts on Kid Icarus Uprising later, but after Smash 4, I want Soul or Treasure to make a new one. Why Treasure? Because it's called Sin and Punishment. There's only a few things I want in this game. More options for online, more chapters, and Hades!
Hello again. Hades.
I'm not the biggest fan of racing, but I still love F-Zero. And all the games I've played are awesome. And the latest we've seen of Captain Falcon was in Nintendo Land. Before then, it was Brawl, and before that, it was F-Zero GX on the GameCube. I want another F-Zero game, like many other people. And the gamepad would be a very good way to race. I don't care if Nintendo makes it or Sega makes it. I just want it to happen. And because we haven't seen an F-Zero game in a while, I think they've been hiding it from us. I love Metroid Prime 3 more than Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, and Metroid Zero Mission, but we haven't had a new 2D Metroid game since Metroid Zero Mission. At least I don't know. A 3DS would be a great system to have a new 2D Metroid game. The story ideas I have is one that you find your Metroid hatchling and it had kids and really wants to take it, so Mother Brain doesn't get destroyed by it again. Other than that, I just hope it's like the other Metroid games, or as I like to call it, the Other M games. Pun intended, just saying. I can tell you guys are mad because you want to hear a new opinion of what Nintendo has been hiding from us. But I can't agree with CJ more, and I definitely think Nintendo's been hiding a Star Fox game. Other than 64 3D, last game was Command, and people were disappointed with that. And I liked it. I want a new game to surprise us. It can be like 64, Adventures, or have a little bit of both, like Assault. I don't care if Nintendo makes it or Hideki Kamiya wants to make it again. Just make it. Also, if they do make it, can there be barrels, please? Barrel! Do a barrel! Do a barrel! Sonic gets 2 spots and no Layton, Kingdom Hearts, or new Rhythm Thief game gets on the list? Well, do you blame me? You might be thinking that it's Sonic Heroes 2, but it's not for one reason. It's not likely. So what is it? A likely one. Sonic Adventure 3. Now for characters you can play as, I want you to be able to play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Rouge, Omega, Espio, Vector, Charmy, Blaze, Silver, and Eggman. I don't give a crap about what the story is. With it being the era of Sonic, it's the most likely. I'm Super Pokemon, and time to find out which games actually get shown off. Probably none of them.
En route, everything's to go.
So, I hope you like this list. I hope you like now that my countdowns can be in HD. Because of this, I want to thank 4 people who did How to Make a Countdown. Josh Scorcher, Steve, Rabbit Luigi, and Foster's Moon. They're all great countdown makers that I like to watch a lot. Now, this idea about doing this came to me after I watched Waffles Minions Top 10 E3 2012 announcements. I wanted to do an E3 list, but since it wasn't E3 yet, and I still wanted to make the script, I decided to do this. I hope you stay tuned for top 20 and 64 games.